First of all, Placido Domingo, congratulations on 30 years at the Met.
Thank you very much.
I think everybody wants to know what you remember of that first performance, that first night at the Met.
Well, it's, my mind, even if it's 30 years back, is quite fresh of the events of the day. I think probably many of the people of that generation, they knew the story. I was just contracted by the Met, and my debut was going to happen about 4 days later. And on that day, the 28th of September 1968, I was rehearsing. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was rehearsing Turandot because, like a young singer, I was supposed to cover every other role. And I went back to New Jersey, to Teaneck, New Jersey, after my rehearsal. And about 7:15, Mr. Bing called me. He said, Placido, he said, how are you feeling? He said, I'm feeling fine. He said, well, I'm glad because you have to make your Metropolitan debut tonight. I said, what? He said, yes, just rush. And so I just rushed and make my debut because my colleague and the great tenor Franco Corelli was indisposed, and I sang my first performance at the Met in the role of Maurizio in Adriana Lecouvreur.
On 1 hour's notice.
That's right, yes.
You didn't have time to get nervous?
I don't. I was ready, and the performance was a very good one with Renata Tebaldi singing the Adriana. So you can imagine that it was a great emotional day.
I think everybody who's been an opera fan and one of your fans has certain memorable moments, either by being in the theater, seeing it on television, or hearing your performances on radio over the years. But what particular high points stick in your mind, resonate still today? Which memories?
Well, it is so difficult. There are so many. And I have done over 40 roles at the Metropolitan. I mean, I have done Wagnerian roles like Lohengrin, Parsifal, and Siegmund in Valkyrie. I have done Idomeneo in Mozart opera. I have done all the Verismo, Chenier, Adriana, Cavalleria, Pagliacci, the French repertoire, Faust, Don José, Hoffmann, Samson, Les Troyens. Of course, all the Verdi operas that I have in my repertoire, all the Puccini repertoire, an enormous amount of new productions, obviously opening nights, being very special.
It's a long and very distinguished and accomplished list. Which performance or which role have you sung more than any other?
It's Mario Cavaradossi, 225 times. And
you keep count.
Yes. And Otello, which I have done 210 times. So they are quite close.
Well, that brings up a concern we heard many years ago in the early stages of your career. Placido, you're doing too much too early. Stop, you're going to ruin a career. You're too ambitious.
I always knew in which direction I was going, I was born, luckily, very much in the theater, with my parents singing and seeing the hard way they were working, It was just amazing, the amount of work, 2 performances of Zarzuela every day, 3 on Sunday, and rehearsals after the performances to prepare the new shows. And then I was in Israel 2.5 years. Either you come out of that experience really converted into a tenor or destroyed. And the result was that I really came really with the experience of a tenor after 280 performances in 2.5 years, which is not bad.
Tell us a bit about Samson, what you're feeling when you're actually on stage portraying this person.
First of all, let me tell you how thrilled I am celebrating exactly to the day my 30th anniversary at the Met with a live telecast and, having a Jimmy Levine conducting this performance. And especially this role of Samson, it is one of those roles that it is special because it is the hard decision of being in love with an extraordinarily beautiful woman, which is a big temptation, and your duty to God. It's a kind of a special role which has a little mystic feeling in it, and I enjoy it. And vocally, it is a role that I enjoyed very much.
As we look to opera in the 21st century, its future, what do you see happening? How much talent is there? How much natural talent, how much good training? Are the new Domingos coming up?
Oh, I see a tremendous amount of possibilities. I mean, just a few months back, I was able to hear two tenors. The performance of Beb Hebner in Master Singer, I thought almost was no human, the way he was singing, with the easiness, with the brightness of and beauty of tone. And one night before, I hear Johan Vota, also a South African tenor, singing Lohengrin. And my God, I said, you know, this is really amazing because of the variety of repertoire that they can do. So if I talk in particular of these two, this is an example of what is coming now, you know. Today is a great amount of singers. It is difficult because they, you know, with all the media, with everything that we have, it's very easy for them to think that they have arrived, you know, just before they have done it. And it's very difficult to arrive to the top and then to maintain yourself.
Which leads me to this question about you. When did Placido Domingo realize or feel that you had arrived?
The funny thing is this, maybe because I was never a natural tenor, because I have fight all the time trying to get those notes which some tenors, they have been blessed from the very first day of their life. Maybe because of that, I have never think that I have arrived, and I'm still searching. You know, so this has really put me in a position that every day that I was accomplishing something else, I was happier and said, well, this is one more step. So that's the way.
Well, we all want to wish you many more years of searching as well as singing at the Met. Congratulations.
Thank you. I certainly hope that maybe I can arrive to my 35th anniversary at the Met singing, and why not, to my 50th conducting.
Thank you, Placido Domingo.
Thank you very much.